All right, trying this again. Started recording and it ended because I didn't have no storage space left. It's like, well, I downloaded everything onto my laptop and deleted it from my phone, but apparently you have to also clean out your trash folder on your phone. Just sits in there until you empty all that stuff out. So that didn't help. So I was up on the hill, but it's 87 degrees out today. I was sweating bad, hot, dripping wet with sweat, and the bugs, well, they're still trying to eat my flesh and get moisture from me. But it was just easier to come down here into the shade and sit with that nice cool breeze from the shade instead of sitting in the sun. Because just walking up this little part up to the top of the hill, my seat on my walker was like melting hot leather when I sat on it. Cat, sadly, is still sleeping in bed, so he didn't get his butt up. I tried. I contacted him multiple times. Said, come on, let's go. He just stayed in bed. Hopefully, eventually he'll come up. Maybe while we're recording this and I can catch him coming up to see me, but I just have this feeling it's one of those days where he's going to sleep in all day. It was supposed to rain for 3 days, and the rain missed us the second day. Got a little rain on the 4th, but yeah, that's not going to help. We need a lot more moisture out here. Yard is dry. I haven't mowed in a week. It's like up on the hill, I was dealing with this stupid flies biting me. Down here, I got the mosquitoes biting me. It's usually mosquitoes leave me alone. Anytime we're sitting around in a group event and stuff, everybody's getting eaten up by mosquitoes. They usually don't bug me. Don't like my MS blood. It's surprising that I'm starting to get attacked every now and then. It's like we were out for the fireworks the other night. We were just surrounded by mosquitoes. Now I'm starting to get more around me down here in the trees. What was I talking about with MS again? I was talking about how someone gave me a good compliment on the videos, but I tried to explain to her that that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's lots of more issues we deal with, depending on if you're relapsing, remitting, multiple sclerosis, or just RMS, or secondary progressive MS, or primary progressive MS. All depends on how many of the issues you deal with. And like I said probably before I got cut out, that all the list I've researched and went through, I pretty much had to deal with everything on the MS list other than maybe 2 items. It's like the optic neuritis part, the eye issues I really don't deal with too much. I got my floaters, my little vibrations, where the whole world will just bounce on me. It feels like the whole planet is bouncing and spinning. But they only come and go once in a great while. I don't have any ongoing optic issues that I gotta deal with on a long-term basis. There's trigeminal neuralgia, like one side of your face is dealing with severe pain. It's hard to explain. It can be stabbing, crushing, ripping, tearing pain. It's on one side of your face. It just, when it hits, it hurts. It's irritating. It's not something you can take an aspirin and walk away from. You can do the corticosteroids if you're in the mood to go sit in the hospital for a week and do that shit. I'd rather sit at home and ride it out for a week and do my anti-inflammatory different remedies that I use to try and get my body in a less inflamed position. Talked about today, when I'm recording this, which probably won't come out for a few days because it takes me a good day to download a video, and a lot of these video days that so far consist of 2 videos per day. So I'll get one downloaded and then the other one doesn't get downloaded till the second day, and they're only like 8 to 15 minute videos. They're not long and they get cut off and stuff. But I forgot what I was talking about. We were talking about trigeminal neuralgia, which is a bitch if you get it. It hurts on one side of your face. I get it very, very rarely, thankfully. I know that means that in my future I'll get it a lot more. But for right now, I only get it a few times a year, or it gets irritating. Kind of like, yeah, just got the shit beat out of you by someone that smacked you upside the head with a folding chair, a bar stool, a baseball bat. It's very painful feelings on one half your face. Another thing that kind of sent me to my first diagnosis, finally, after dealing with doctors, was the Hermes sign, Hermes syndrome. Basically, if you just bend your head forward, I can go right here. It's starting today. You can tell it's an amped up day because of the heat and everything, but I get about right here and it starts. But as you bend your neck, I mean, on better days, I can describe it as a spinal orgasm. There are a few other people that get that feeling also, but on most days, it's more painful. It's like, you ever playing with your friends that have a farm? Which we were one time out in there. There's a field way out there that we were just out doing some small game hunting, me and a few friends. The one idiot was peeing next to the fence, the electric fence, not thinking about it being on, and his urine stream just happened to hit that fence, and he got a shock for his life. Shock of his life. Sweating up a storm here, even in the shade. When you bend your neck from, I mean, it can happen in different areas for different strengths, depending on how bad of an MS day you're having. But it's like today, I get only that little bit. Once I hit here, it starts up here, the base of the skull, and it's like I'm being electrocuted all the way down my spine, through my buttocks, through my knees, through my feet, ankles, down to my toes. And the further I bend, the more impactful it is. Sometimes it's more impactful when you're sitting. Sometimes it's more impactful when you're standing. I mean, myelin degeneration and stuff is in the spinal column is the main reason for it. I was always curious because back in the days, I mean, my MS relates back to at least 5 years of age. But back in the day when we used to headbang, I mean, I'd headbang with people sitting on my shoulders, and get home from a concert and all your shoulder veins in your shoulders are all blowing out, all burst, and you can see the bruised veins all the way through your shoulder and stuff. That's like all that head banging we used to do. You would think that would do some damage to your myelin right where you're bending, but I have lesions that go down through my spine, so it's not like it's just in that area. But you always wonder about things like that. Happen to have a little friend that's joining us today, Mr. Woodchuck. Yeah, what's up, Mr. Woodchuck? That in Wisconsin is considered a woodchuck, a groundhog. Yeah, the guy that you listen to in spring on Groundhog Day when you want to find out whether or not we're going to have a longer or shorter summer. See if I can zoom in a little bit on him. There he is. The Caddyshack Woodchuck. If you've never seen Caddyshack, the movie, it's a golfing movie, you should definitely check it out. It's a blast. Don't waste your time with the second one. Second one sucks. I think there was only 2. I don't think they did 3. What's up, Mr. Woodchuck? He's not afraid of me at all. He's like, go ahead, come at me. I'll take you on. Yeah. But yeah, trigeminal neuralgia, the Hermes syndrome, those are a couple simple little things. Well, not simple, painful things that you could be dealing with if you have multiple sclerosis. I do want to do a doctor one. I'll do that on a whole video though. Whole separate one going over a bunch of my doctors over the years. Because I hear people complain that they had a doctor that misdiagnosed them for the first time they come in, or for the first few times they came in, and they blame that person for being racist because of how they treated them, or sexist, or whatever. But honestly, every doctor out there is kind of a coin flip whether or not they're going to be helpful or not. You got to sit there and build your healthcare crew around you and make sure that every one of them listens to you and looks at you like you're the boss and they're the patient. They're the one that's has to listen to us and understand what we're saying. If you tell them something and they disagree with you, get rid of that person. I mean, I finally got a MS specialist after so many years. He's helped me with a couple things, but there are things that I brought up to him. I've asked for certain things and he has not been able to help me out with them. So chances of him still being my neurologist in a year could be iffy if he's not going to at least try and help me with some of the issues. I shouldn't have to request things for pain and be told that I have to go to pain management to find something for it. And then I call and schedule an appointment with pain management and they can't get me in till the end of the year, beginning of next year. It's like, really? Someone's in severe pain and you're just going to let them suffer for 9 months when you could just easily prescribe what they ask you to prescribe? I've done the research. I've talked to other neurologists. I learned a lot of stuff from Dr. Boaster, Aaron Boaster. If you want to see a neurologist on YouTube, or he joins a lot of MS groups and stuff and does Q&As and all that stuff. He's got a lot of great ones out there. Search Dr. Aaron Booster. Boster or Booster, I'm not sure how to say that. Boster owns the Booster MS Institute in Ohio. I can't think of the exact name of it right now. I got warm weather, cog fog brain, dead brain right now. So I'm struggling to come up with things I wanted to talk about. I can't remember them at the moment and stuff. So, but yeah, Dr. Aaron has a lot of great things that I've watched over the years, learned some things from him and stuff, and I like that. We'll go over a lot of that stuff in the future. I was pleasantly surprised when I started my Under the Call of MS podcast that I hit over. I'm up to almost 450 episodes now, and I still haven't got caught up with all the crap I want to get through going through before I sit there and start talking about other stuff that I have written down I want to talk about. So it's like I have unlimited information. So these videos and podcasts will probably go on for a while yet. But I need you to hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, put down a little review if you can. If you find a spot to give a review, reviews are one of the best things you can do for people. Whether it's good or bad, I don't care either way. Give me your honest opinion. I'll talk about it if I see it. But I'm just trying to get information out there for people so they can see what it's like, what they might have to deal with if they have MS. Don't get diagnosed early enough and get into the later stages of it. And hopefully they won't have to. It's like I'm a caretaker for someone with dementia, and with having multiple sclerosis, if you have dementia or Alzheimer's in your family, there's a likelihood that you'll start it at a way earlier age, because with MS, many of us deal with brain shrinkage along with brain atrophy, and with having lesions, holes in our central nervous system and all our nerves having all these empty open spots, or the signals go shooting out in all the wrong areas. Yeah, if you have those things in your family history, they're gonna hit you a lot sooner, which sucks. And I already see it coming on. You see it on just my podcast and videos. I did the podcast to help with cognitive issues with fog, and it's helped out tremendously since I started. But you listen to the first couple episodes, and I actually did the same exact episode back to back, because brain don't remember talking that way. But yeah, so that's why I do a lot of these, to help with the cognitive decline, keep that as peak performance as possible, because dementia is not going to be fun. I'm hoping that I do enough reading of comics and stories and all this shit that hopefully I'll end up with dementia that makes me remember those stories and makes me think I was part of those stories. And that way, when I'm doing those dementia tales, the tales of the damaged brain, that maybe I have fun comic book stories that I think that I was part of. That would be a better view than an angry, negative, hate everything type of view. I could see that. I'm an angry little prick. Back in the day, I was a very angry person. I've done a ton to change. And to this day, when I don't snap, now people are like, well, I would have snapped. I would have went off. I would have done this. like the kid in the movie theater did the other day, or someone causing some issues in a store and stuff. And I used to snap, but I'm trying to change my ways. I don't want to be that dick anymore. I want other people to stand up and represent. I shouldn't have had to say anything. Someone with kids should have said, hey, control your kid. I say it, all the people with kids turn around and say, hey, you don't have a kid, shut your mouth. You can't say shit. So it's like, why bother? It's just going to end up with me in jail in the long run, because I will always be considered the one in the wrong, because I have everything against me. Being white, male, no kids. It's like, all those things will kick you in the ass in the long run. But so I just stay out because I don't need to spend any more time in jail. I've done that in my childhood, my younger days. I don't care to do it in my older days. With having MS, it would just, I have to, if I need an ice pack, I need an ice pack now. If I need something for multiple sclerosis hug, I need it now. I can't sit there and wait for some guard to actually respond to me or give me a bunch of shit until I'm laying there dead. It's amazing how people in power respond to certain things, how childish they act, and how many people in power used to be those dickhead jocks in school that treated everybody like shit, and now they have a weapon. It's like we just had a kid that, again, did another stupid 4th of July mass shooting. And they caught him and stuff, but then they show these officers coming out of these trucks and shit. Again, you got one guy with a fully automatic machine gun across his chest. He's got one on his arm that he's carrying. He's got his pistol on his side. Really? You need that many freaking weapons to take care of something when there's all these other enforcement people around? I think if you run out of bullets, one of them could give you more bullets or something. I don't think you need to bring a whole freaking arsenal for each person to deal with some idiot with a machine gun or whatever the hell he was using. Then we had another video this weekend where a kid was running from the cops, but I don't blame him. I would have been running too. I mean, they chased down his car, but then all of a sudden there's tons of cops running after his car, running after him, and they all got weapons drawn, and all of a sudden you hear all these shots going off. The kid got hit like 60 times, I think. All these cops are just unloading their freaking weapons. And they're not considered a problem? I guarantee you, just one of those cops would have pulled out a taser instead of a pistol and shot the kid in the leg or the back. He would have stood there doing the electrocution thing and fell to the ground. Instead, he kept running. They kept unloading their pistols. I mean, how do you not run when a bunch of jackasses are shooting guns at you? Police officers are not. I was raised in the eras where you do not shoot to kill. You shoot to maim. You shoot to disable. You shoot them in the leg. You take them down. You shoot out a tire. These people instantly go for a windshield. If you're in a vehicle and just start unloading, you get out of the car, they're just launching tons of shells towards your back. No idea what's in front of this person. It's dark out. There could be someone walking a kid in a stroller in front of them. Bullet misses the kid, goes right through the stroller, goes through the back leg of the person pushing the stroller and goes into the stroller, kills the baby or something. I mean, isn't that common sense? You don't just shoot a gun willy-nilly without knowing what the hell's out there. So the way enforcement is dealing with our life right now, and I know this is a MS podcast, but when I get on these rants, I'm sorry. It just pisses me off. There's no frickin' reason that these police officers should even have weaponry themselves. We don't need police officers that have military tanks. We don't need police officers that are carrying multiple machine guns themselves to deal with a person that may have a AR-15 or something. No. We need to get back to non-lethal force weaponry and using the frickin' tasers. We never see a taser brought out anymore. It's just instantly pistol, shoot, done. No questions asked, no stopping. You don't even hear them yelling for the person to stop or anything. They don't care. It's like the cops just don't give a shit. They got the power to do it. They can carry a weapon. They can do what they want. But yeah, I'm off this. I'm just getting too frustrated talking about it. So, talk about something a little bit better. Make for a better day. Too bad we can't find our woodchuck. He just disappeared into the woods. Cat never came. No, I thought for a second I seen him out and about, but he's still hiding in the basement sleeping. So, yeah, I think I'm going to end this here for now. I'm going to do some meditating. I'm going to go in, turn the central air on, get the house nice and cool, take a shower if I can, if my body will allow me to. That's one thing I can talk about quick before I end this, is showering. Heat affects some people with MS, cold affects others. Heat and cold affects some. I get effects both ways, but more with the heat than the cold. But when I'm showering, sometimes 50 years of my life showering the same way every day, and I forget what I'm supposed to do next. Forget that I'm supposed to shampoo, or did I shampoo, or all of a sudden I'll get weak and the legs start getting jello-y and start feeling like I'm going to go down. I face planted along the side of the shower, just lost control of my body and just up against the wall. And you're trying to gradually get body parts to respond and start working again, starting with your neck and your legs and your arms, all that. And it can be scary, and you don't know if you're going to make it through the shower or not. And a shower alone can wipe a lot of us out with the MS fatigue issues. You can get done with your shower in the morning and that's your day. You can be done. You're wiped. But there's not much you can do about it. It just all depends on how your body's reacting at that moment, that day. And you work around it, do what you can with it. We have ice packs, vests, neck devices, ice hats, all kinds of things you can buy. Get some things from, I didn't even realize I still have this on close up, so you probably got some really close pictures of my face. Or it's better if it's away further, I'm sure. But I don't know, this is a test video to see how the video goes with the camera sideways. Hopefully it works out better than when it's upright, but I'm going to let it. Well, where are we at right now? I can't even read it. My camera's just, see if I can get in the shade. Yeah, we're at 29 minutes. So I'm going to let it go to the 30-minute mark. Just keep talking, see what happens. See if the thing gives up on me. Because I think it might only allow me to have 30 minutes of video before it shuts off the camera. But I wanted to see that for sure. It might have just happened because I didn't have, or it shut off the other day, I think, because someone called me. I don't know if that automatically shuts the camera off too or what, but it's good to test out these things so I can get them all figured out and eventually get you the perfect videos that I want to get. It's like, I don't know if I got this the right way, if the video is going to come upside down when I play it, or will be right side up. We'll just have to see. Oh, hey, we got to 30 minutes and 5 seconds. So yeah, I can run longer. I just gotta get some space on this on the phone. Make sure I keep that trash folder empty. And then we'll have lots more good videos for you, hopefully in the future, that you can enjoy. And I'm gonna end it today with this. It's a pretty good chunk, nice little half-hour video. Talk to you again soon. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, rate, review, tell a friend. Like it, don't like it, I don't care. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. As long as I can talk about it, you give me a reason why, we'll talk about it. And then the other videos, no idea what I'm going to come up with. There'll be other oddball videos other than MS. So wait and see. I don't know if you can see it. We got the hawk swarming now. That means the cat will probably come out, not the hawk's out. Yeah, I'm going to go see if he's awake yet. Take a shower. Go throw my wet shower towel on top of him if he's still on the bed. Force him to wake up, even if it pisses him off. Little shit partied all night last night till like 10:30 while people were shooting off fireworks, and I was dealing with Mom freaking out about fireworks when it ended up being fireflies instead of fireworks. That's another downfall about dementia. It just things it does to the brain, plays tricks on you. Sucks. But be good to yourself, be good to everybody else. Check out Crimson Call Comic Club, Under the Call of MS. Got videos and audio of everything now. Some old, some new. Hopefully some new coming out for the old eventually again. But that's it for today. Be good. We'll talk to you again soon. Peace out.